beautiful people of the world. Today I'm coming at you with another story time, and I haven't exactly really thought of what I should name this story time yet, but it's something that I just can't explain. This is something that is still I think about it, and I don't hold grudges, but I honestly think about it and it makes my blood boil to this very day. What he did was just so out of line and pushing the boundaries to the point where I actually wanted to go to the police. So let's get started. I had a guy friend which I considered to be one of my best friends for years. Now let's call him Maverick, just because of all the things that have been going on with Logan Paul. Maverick and I went back for years and years and years. So I met him when I was 15. He was best friends with my boyfriend. They knew each other since year 7 in high school. They went to the same high school together, and then he moved to another high school 2 years after, but they were still best friends. They would talk, they would hang out, and they were just all cute and whatever. I was best friends with Stan since I was 16 years old, or since I was 15 years old, and I was also best friends with this other girl. Let's call her JC. That's not her initials. My best friend was JC. Maverick was Stan's best friend. Keep in mind, Stan and JC were also best friends because me, JC, and Stan, we all met in Russian school. One day, I think it was Stan's birthday party, and he invited maybe 10, 15, a bunch of his friends, and me and JC, and a bunch of other friends, whatever, a bunch of other girls, and we met at his party, but it wasn't a party, it was kind of a gathering. So I didn't like him at the start, Maverick, but after a while we became good friends, where Stan would always bring Maverick over whenever we would hang out because we all lived in the same area. Right after school, right after high school, he would bring him over all the time, we would chat, we would just get to know each other, and since Stan was friends with Maverick, we were cool, we trust you, you're so funny, you're awesome, let's go. Fast forward 16, 17, 18. When I was 18, JC and I, we were all still friends, but we were kind of at that point already drifting apart, all of us, with JC. She didn't do anything wrong, we just had our differences. So we were 18. I was still best friends with her, but I became, instead of best friends with Stan, where I used to be best friends with him 15, 16, 17, and then 18 hit, we got together, we became boyfriend and girlfriend. It became sort of weird because I was Stan's girlfriend, but we were still hanging out. And then when JC fell apart with us, it got weird to be in a group with my boyfriend and technically his best friend. We weren't close as we were because, of course, without JC, it kind of was different. But I still considered him, me personally, I still considered him one of my very close friends. But I knew that it was Stan's best friend. But me and Maverick still had shit that we did, that we talked about. So we were friends too. So come 2017, early 2017, Stan breaks up with me. That also is a good story time that I'm totally going to talk about in another video. I'm not pretending this coffee is so good, but it's just ground bean coffee that's nasty as hell, but this gives me energy. Ow! We fall apart, we're no longer boyfriend and girlfriend. The morning after, I messaged Maverick and I said, oh my god, Stan broke up with me, because I didn't really have at that point any friends that were guys really except for Maverick. So also because he knows Stan so much, I would always come to him with help with any fights that we would have or any problems that we had, I would always come to Maverick to talk about it. And he would always be like, yeah, like, Stan is just like this and blah, blah, blah. Like, he would kind of explain it to me, or he would be like, I don't know, whatever. So I also got close through that, or so I thought. But I texted Maverick and I'm like, yo, like, Stan broke up with me. What? And he's like, yo, like, are you serious? Like, because we've been in a 4-year relationship, it was just like so shooky to him and to me. He didn't come over, he just kind of like drove to my driveway to just see me for 5 minutes to see how I was going, because as I said, we were good friends. Throughout the weeks and throughout the months, we were apart for 4 months, okay? So like the first 2 months, Maverick would message me every single day. Like when I say every single day, like I have receipts, like messages, and he would be like giving me all these like inspirational quotes, like what to do, like just all of this like stuff that kind of helped me. And he sort of just made it seem like he still wanted to be friends. To give him the benefit of the doubt, in that moment, he did message me being like, I need time. I'm not saying I don't want to be friends with you, but Stan is my best friend and I want to put him first or whatever, which I'm like, fair enough. Like, you guys are mates. It's all good. Like, I understand. Like, I respect that completely. Like, I want like a friend for Stan to like help him through it as well. So I was like, I was done. I was like, okay, I'm gonna give him space, like, and I completely forgot about it. And then, like, after a week, he started messaging me again. So I'm just like, okay, well, we're getting close again. And my thought process was like, I pretty much lost JC and I lost Stan. So I still wanted someone from that group to talk to hang out. And all of a sudden, after like a month or 2, everything just went quiet, like completely like went quiet from his end. At that time, I was sort of just like, you know what, he's kind of being a dick. He stopped talking to me after 2 months of the breakup, like whatever, I'm gonna let shit go. Over those 2 months, I felt like really strange things were happening. The way that he was talking to me was super weird. So I don't know how to explain it, but he would just say some things that would just be really strange, like, oh, don't trust your friends, Rita. He was talking to me like I felt like he knew something, but he was pretending like everything was okay and fine until he just stopped talking to me and like at all. And he became friends with my friend, which is besides the point, but they were talking and my friend was like, the things that he says, like, just, they're like, he was acting very strange. Like, he was just acting strange and I couldn't put my finger on it. I was very rarely talking to Stan because of things to do with money, like stuff that he needed to give to me, I needed to give to him. And through those conversations, I would like play this game of like, I wouldn't message him for a whole day just to seem like I'm not interested or whatever. And then after like an hour of me doing that, like it hasn't been a whole day, he would just like, Stan would just keep on messaging me like, and replying to me as if I was talking to him, when in reality I was talking to my best friend and I was screenshotting everything that he said. I was screenshotting everything that Chapelle was saying, and I was like, what is going on? Like, why is he messaging me? There was just like these problems going on to do with money. I didn't know if I owed Stan this much amount or this much amount, and I was like, no, I owe him this much amount. And I was telling that to my friend and she was like, yeah, well then tell him that. So Stan was replying to me as if I was writing to him. He was replying to what I was saying to my friend. And I was like, hold on a minute, does this boy have my password from somewhere? I didn't give him my password. He didn't know my password. Like, I was convinced, because there is no way that he knew my password. There just was no way. Like, I knew that. So I was talking to my friends, like, every single day, like, trying to connect the dots. Like, it felt like my life was like Pretty Little Liars. I was trying to figure out who A is, like, what's going on with Maverick, like, why is he being so distant when I kind of needed a friend, and especially because he used to help me with Stan and he stopped, and I was just like, but why? For why? Like, I don't understand. So I was messaging my friends. My friends were like, girl, let me get this tea. Let me get this tea real quick. You want green tea or do you want black tea? Like, what tea? Let me get this popcorn real quick. Like, please let me, like, every one of my friends was trying to figure out why Stan was talking to me weirdly, why he was like acting as if I was talking to him, and I can't explain why it was so weird, but I was just getting very weird vibes from those two. Like, you know how you're friends with someone, like close friends with someone for like 5 years, and then all of a sudden they just disappear without like any reason, and you're just like, but for why? Like, I did not understand, like, at all. So I let go of that, right? A couple of months go by, I am back together with Stan, we are reunited. In those 2 weeks, he was trying to get me back, you know what I'm saying? But in those couple of weeks where we were just kind of like talking, we were sort of in a relationship, but like, whatever, and I was talking to him about Maverick, and I'm like, do you talk to Maverick? He's like, yeah, we talk, but like, he's just really strange. And I'm like, can you please tell me one thing, like, why when we were like talking, you were talking to me so strangely? He was like, I was taking the piss. Also, I know about this, like this one thing. And I'm like, he just said something to me that I was talking to my friends about, and he told me that, and I'm just like, but I haven't talked to you for like months. So he was like hesitant about it at first, and I'm like, I was grilling, I'm like, tell me now, bitch, tell me what the hell. Why are things so strange? Like, why do people know about my life like this? Like, I just couldn't figure it out. So he says, I need some coffee. This ain't tea, but, you know, same effect. Maverick, it turns out, had my Facebook login details, and has been reading all of my conversations with each and every single one of my contacts for months, for about 6-7 months. Oh god, I nearly choked on my spit, I got so angry. Like, okay, mess with me or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But this comes now in the territory of not only invasion of privacy of me, but invasion of privacy of my mother that I talk to on a daily basis. I sent photos of my outfits, and I'm like, does this look cute? Does this not look cute? Like, I sent her progress pictures of my ass, like my actual, like, with like undies on and everything. Not only that, not only invasion of privacy of me, that everything that I told my friends and my mum, like all of my close friends that I just tell everything to, not only did he know about that, but he knew everyone else's little details, including my mum, which makes me angry because she tells me about her life on Messenger. All of my friends tell me about their relationship problems or something that's going on in their lives or something, I don't know, maybe bank account numbers. Just, you know, like private, confidential information. He would meet up with Stan And because Stan, in this situation, we fixed this and it wasn't really a problem with me, but he was angry at me at the time for things when we were broken up, and he was sort of just like playing along with it because he was single. He was still like upset about the breakup, but they would meet up, go to bars, or just, you know, just hang out, and he would whip out his phone and he would just show like how my life is going, all of my personal issues just like on there, on the laundry, just fresh sheets for everyone to look at. But like, that is an invasion of Peruvici. I've been to France and I don't. My mum has a Russian accent. I don't know how to do accents. Like, my mum has a Russian accent. I've been listening to her Russian accent for 22 years, but no, I don't know how to do accents. This is how it happened. December 2016, I went to a bar with Maverick. This is when me and Stan were still together before the breakup, and we were just talking, catching up on life. We weren't really like close, but we would catch up. You know those people where you're so busy and you don't have to meet them every single day, every single week, but we would just catch up, like not regularly, but like sometimes, and just catch ourselves up on what has been happening. Stan comes at the end of his shift, so he comes to the bar and we're talking whatever. My phone dies before Stan gets to the bar. We're like messaging him the whole night, being like, come bro, like please come, like blah blah blah, like all times, like squad, gang gang gang, like Gucci gang, whatever. And my phone dies, so I'm like, can I log into your Facebook? And by this time I had 3 drinks on me, like I was like buzzed, tipsy, you know, whatever you want to call it. I logged into his phone and I was messaging him and I was like, hey, like this. So Stan comes, I completely forget about it, and I forgot to log out. But you know what? With friends like this, close friends, you don't have to log out. Like, I trusted you to log out for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I have friends logging into my phones all the time because they don't have data or their phone died, like my case, and if they forget, you just log out. There was like a switch accounts feature, and somehow my account was like locked into my password. So it wasn't asking for the password every time it said switch accounts, it just automatically logged me in. So that is the story how my privacy got invaded. I also have receipts of him. He went overseas, and this was before we broke up. Like, this wasn't even him being like, oh, I used it to, you know, like spy on her, which is effed up in itself. But he went behind Stan's back to look at my profile or my messages when we were still together, and I have receipts. I have an activity log on my Facebook where it says who logged in, where, like not who, but like the devices and where, and it said a particular country that I know he was at on the 9th of January. I wonder who that is. I wonder, please, can you tell me who was it? Maverick! The fact that I still don't know, like, he's seen my ass. Like, he knows the ins and outs of my life. Like, he knows how I talk to my mom. And I'm just saying, like, for why? Like, why did you do this? Explain to me, why did you do this? Please, can you please explain? Because I do not understand. And, you know what I did? I logged out. I made sure to log out of every single device ever in the history of the universe of my account. All my friends were so upset, and they were like, you know, you could go to the police, like, for invasion of privacy. And I'm just like, you know what? If he did that to Stan, which I will tell you, update, something happened. This is why I'm telling you this story right now, because something just recently happened, like 2 days ago, literally. I'll tell you. If he ever does this to Stan or me, I will go to the police. for invasion of privacy. Anyways guys, that was my story time for today. I hope that you enjoyed it and you got something out of this. Never trust someone with your password. No matter if it's your best friend from 5 years or, you know, just your friend that you just met. Don't ever give anyone your passwords because you might think you know someone, but you really don't. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure to like this video and subscribe and tell me down below, has this ever happened to you? Because honestly, I want to know, like, is it just my life that's like a TV show? Like, because honestly, I just feel like it's something is gonna happen and I'm gonna have to give you updates. Like, it's just crazy. Thank you so much for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.